Hi, Slimming Well Vegan here, Nikki. Hi everyone. Thanks for watching. Um, so weigh in yesterday morning, Wednesday morning. This is Thursday. My video will go out on Friday, but yeah, really chuffed. Really chuffed. Week 20, and I lost a pound. Obviously, I'm still trying to lose what I put on last week, but I don't mind as long as it goes slowly and it goes down and doesn't go back up again. I'll be really happy. So yeah, a pound off. Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know what will happen next week because I'm away cat sitting next week and from Saturday to Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I have followed the comments advice of I've done meal planning. So I've got a rough idea of what I'm going to eat each day. When I go to my daughter's, I'm going to check what she has, and then if there's anything that I need, then they're vegan and they're pretty healthy, so they'll probably have most of the stuff that I need. There might be a few things that I need to add, and I'll do an online shop so that I can plan for the week ahead. And I will have one takeaway day if my other daughter visits. So that'll be like a treat day, just for one meal. I'm not too worried now. After everyone's advice, being at the Losers Club last night, all of that has just given me a little bit of oomph now. I feel like it's going to be okay. I've got a plan. I know what I'm going to do. Albeit there won't be much in the way of swimming, but I'm hoping that I will do some walking, which leads into the fact that I've been doing my strength training and mobility exercises for, I think it's 4 weeks now. I've been doing, I was doing a little bit of calisthenics and strength training ages ago, but I've been doing it regularly now for 4 weeks, every other day, and having a rest and stretch day in between. And even though I had a bad week, like a week and a half ago, my hip this week has been really good. It's felt really strong. I don't know whether it's because I rested it as well, but I do feel like the area around isn't as tense, which is why I was having the sports massage, because everything was clenching constantly, 24/7. Like my butt cheek, my thigh, my calf, all of it was clenching all the time, just to stabilize the hip. And yeah, that feels much more relaxed, but it feels strong. So I'm really chuffed. I'm going to continue doing those. I am thinking about doing maybe videoing them and maybe having a sped up video of them, like I did with my calisthenics and kettlebell when I first started. So I might do a speed up of these exercises that I'm doing. They're quite gentle. They're not. It's not like a Zumba class, or it's not cardio, even though you do get out of breath and you do get quite glowy afterwards. It's all about strength. It's all about using your body weight and using sort of lighter weight dumbbells to actually strengthen certain areas of your body. So yeah, I'm gonna probably video those and just put a little taster of each bit, because they only last the maximum of half an hour, so I feel like I can speed it up quite quickly, so you don't have tons and tons of videos. But yeah, I can add that in, and I might do it just a separate one on a playlist for it that I do. I mean, I don't make it up. It's something I follow. So I follow a couple of YouTubers that do these exercises and the rest and stretching exercises for mobility and balance. So I will put those in. But balance wise, I mean, I've done all sorts. I've been able to stand on my leg, I've been able to twist, I've been able to turn, and before that would just knock me out. I would do that and I'd get shooting pains down my hip and down my leg, or my back would go, and yeah, I haven't had any of that. And considering at Christmas I couldn't stand for longer than 10 minutes. I was having to lay down every half hour on the floor and like lay flat and try and reset my back. Obviously the chiropractor's really helped for that, because it's not just about my hip. I've got scoliosis on my upper back and my lower back, which is can't think of the name of it, but it's squashed all the discs in between my spine. So now there's no spongy bits, basically. It's just like nothing there. So my lower back is really quite bad. The curve is quite bad, and also the because it curves like front on and it curves side on as well. So it's like a bit twisty, and it's just like squashed all those discs, which is a real pickle. But at Christmas, yeah, it was really bad, which is why I decided to pay and go to a chiropractor, because I needed to do something and I didn't know what else to do, and I was taking painkillers already and having to lay down constantly on the floor, and I couldn't continue like that. But yet that has helped. Obviously losing weight since October, it's like over 3 stone now, so like that's obviously really helped. But the chiropractor, yeah, I always feel like I could suddenly stand straight, and like I feel like 3 or 4 inches taller when I come away, which is fab for somebody who's lost so much height from her back being so bad. So yeah, that's really cool. I've gone from like, because I used to be 5'7", believe it or not, and now I'm like, I think 5'6", so I've lost an inch. But when I come away from the chiropractor, I just feel like I could just stand really tall, and yeah, feels really grand. Exercise wise, all I've done this week are my workouts. It's been quite sad actually. I only had 1 swim this week. I had 2 trips to the beach, but only 1 swim because the waves has just been too high and too scary, and I had to go somewhere else to have a calm swim. So yeah, and it's just every other day this week it's been raining in the mornings, which is fine. Nobody, like all our swimmers, we swim all through the winter, so we don't mind swimming in the rain. We just don't want to get out in the rain and then be trying to get changed in the rain and all your stuff that's left on the beach is wet. So that's a real pain. So yeah, everyone's like sort of cried off this week, and I haven't wanted to swim on my own because it's not advised really, especially when it's a bit rough. So yeah, there's been no swimming. So because there's been no swimming, there's been no cycling, because I normally cycle to swimming. So yeah, I haven't had, obviously I've done the walk-in and been able to just I'm doing between 6,000 and 10,000 steps, so I'm quite happy with that. And obviously done the workouts as well, which has really helped. So a couple of buys this week. I managed to find the Nescafe cold brew espresso concentrated for easy iced coffee, the unsweetened version. So I'm not going to drink any more of the caramel one. I'm going to be having this one. Just because it stops me buying coffee when I'm out, and yeah, so it'll be nice to do that. Although it's getting to the weather now where I want warm coffee as opposed to cold coffee, but yeah, every now and again you do fancy a nice coffee. I'm watching was it on the Losers Club? Yeah, on the Losers Club. Beyond Authentic Health, Lisa was talking about making the Slimming World muffins, which are basically egg, ham, quark usually, mushrooms, anything you want to put in it. And a few weeks ago, I'd made the a vegan version of them with silken tofu, and which were amazing, but they got stuck in the muffin trays. And Lisa recommended these little silicone, like mini quiche trays. So I'm going to try those. They're really cute actually. They're only tiny little things, but I think they'll work really well actually. So I'm going to try those this week. And so I've got some nice, although I'm not really big on snacks, but they go really nice with salad, and they're quite nice to have. So I'm going to try those, and I bought some black salt a couple of weeks ago, so I can add the black salt to the silken tofu and hopefully get that eggy flavour. And also I've got some nooch that I can put in, and tomatoes from the garden, and probably mushrooms. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at doing those. So I've got some nice bits to go with my salad. I might actually take them with me as well, so that I can make some stuff when I'm at my daughter's when I'm cat sitting. But yeah, so that's my plan for this week. I've got my meal plan. I'm going to do my shopping to be delivered, so I don't turn up there, because if you go up and down the aisles, and because I'll be going somewhere unfamiliar, I'll end up going down every aisle and not avoiding aisles, because I'll be worried about where everything is and not sure where everything is. So I will end up going down every aisle, whereas now I avoid certain aisles. I avoid the bakery aisle, and I avoid the crisp and chocolate aisle. So I will doing an online shop, I think, might be a bit safer for me to get the extra bits that I wanted, so that I stay on plan next week. And I might take my coffee with me as well, so I've got a bit of a treat when I'm there, to have a coffee rather than grab a coffee while I'm out, because I like walking around there. It's only a little tiny village, but it'd be nice to walk around there with my coffee rather than go to the local coffee shop and buy one. The only concern I have to get over this week is Saturday, because I'm going to take my mum out for lunch. Because my mum's in a wheelchair, it's really tricky to find the right place to go. So the local place in their village that we go to is like the best one. It's got no there's no steps or anything for her to get over. So we're going to go there and take her for lunch. But I know anything that's vegan on the menu is pretty high in calories and sins and fat probably, and so yeah, that's the only thing that's going to be a little bit tricky. So that'll be one meal that'll be definitely off plan. I won't be able to plan for that at all, and because we're going to a pub, I can't take anything with me. It'd be a bit awkward. So that's the only one that can't really be planned for ahead. But we'll see. I'll see how that goes. It's only 1 out of 21. So, as I always say, sometimes I have really good losses on when I'm having a meal out the 1 week, because I'm like, I know I've had that nice meal, and I need to watch what the rest of the week's like eating wise. So yeah, so that's the only one that I'm not too sure about. Exercise wise, it should be fine. My daughter's got a lot of gym equipment in her garage, like a converted garage, so I'll probably be trying out some different equipment that I haven't tried before. So that'll be interesting, watching a lot of YouTube videos to work out how to use them. But yeah, and walking, but that's about it really for around there. I have got a couple of sessions booked at the local swimming pool, but I find it really, really boring, swimming lengths up and down, up and down. If it was a bigger pool, I feel like, yeah, you could swim. It wouldn't be so boring. It's like a kiddie pool, so it's a really short length. So like you're doing a length in like 15 seconds. It's really short. So yeah, I can only really, you book an hour. You can't book any less than that. And I did an hour last time I was there, but I was so bored. So yeah, I'll be surprised if I can last a whole hour next week, but we'll see. There's the blue tits that swim in that area. They don't look like they've got any swims planned for next week. I don't know whether because of the weather or schools are back or what it is. But if any of their swims come up, I might go to them. But I won't go to the lake. So the reason I won't go to the lake again, I really enjoyed it last time, is they put a video up on their Facebook group, and the lake had enormous crayfish in it, and one of them was right by the concrete steps where you step down to go into to start to get into the lake. They've got like a floating, I don't know the name of it, like a floating dock almost, but most people get in through the steps rather than dive into the deep bit. And yeah, there was crayfish around it, and they were really big. And I knew there was probably going to be things like that in the water, and there's going to be fish and eels, and there was dive bombing birds and what have you. I knew all of that, but I think actually seeing it in a video of it and how big it was has just really put me off. And I swim in the sea where there's seals and dolphins and jellyfish and all sorts. I think actually seeing it and knowing, because when you're in the lake you can't see anything, it's pitch black, it's really deep. Yeah, it just really freaked me out. So I'm probably not going to swim at the lake. But if they have any nice river swims coming up, I might go and do a river swim. But yeah, other than that, it will just be my normal workouts and doing some walking. Trying to not overdo the walking, but they've got some lovely trails around that area, so I might go and do some trail walking, which would be really lovely. My daughter does amazing trail runs all around there, so I won't be going as far as she does. But yeah, it'll be really nice to have a go at that. My aim for this week is to lose at least a pound, to go careful on Saturday, and then have one takeaway meal from one of the vegan takeaways in the area next week, and the rest of it just try and stay on plan, record the workouts that I do, just just for me at first, and if they look okay then I'll fast forward them and put them in a playlist, or keep them at real time and put them in a playlist. I'll see. And really that's it. Yeah, do some muffin baking, some vegan muffin baking. Kept my hands busy this week by making some ocean themed jewellery in the evenings. I might actually bring my jewellery stuff with me next week so that I can keep myself busy at my daughter's as well while I'm cat sitting in the evenings. I did a couple of batch cooks this week. One was a really tasty korma, which was without the coconut milk or almond flour or anything like. So it was already a vegan recipe, but I just Slimming World it. So I took out the oil, I took out the coconut milk and, well, the coconut cream, I took out the coconut and the almond flour, but it still tasted like a korma. And I don't know how, like how did it still taste really good? It must be the different herbs and spices, but yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So that was really nice. So I made that, and then I made a big batch of what I always call mushroom bourguignon, because I used to make it with wine. And obviously I don't make it with wine anymore, so I still call it the same. And it doesn't taste much different. You just haven't got that tang that you get when you cook with alcohol. There's none of that wine tang to it, but it still was really tasty. And I made a big batch of that, which has lasted a few days. Yeah, I won't be batch cooking next week because it's just for me. But I'll go back onto some batch cooking the following week. I'll put some pictures up of some of the food that I had this week, and what it was. There's some really tasty bits and pieces I've had this week. Made a butter bean and chickpea korma, which was delicious, and added some toasted cashews on top as my healthy bee. So I'm prepping a veg soup to go in my soup maker, and also prepping the vegetables to make a mushroom bourguignon, but obviously without the wine. So it's really just a mushroom stew. But yeah, just prepping all the veg this morning. Just had breakfast. Just got a big thing of water, and I'm watching Debbie's World while I'm doing it as well. So yeah, I'm going to prep this, so I've got the next couple of days' meals prepped and made and all ready to go with some nice healthy veg, and I don't have to think about it then. Air fried cauliflower steak with bagel seasoning, just as a bit of a snack. Right, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I look forward to reading your comments and replying to them if you have any. Yeah, let me know what you think about the exercise thing, because obviously there's loads of people, there's like professional people doing it on YouTube. They're amazing, but I was just going to do, this is what I do, and this is what's helped me so far for over a few weeks, and really helped me in quite a short time, I feel. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. I will do a 5 things I love about Slimming World, and I'm going to do it as rather than the group one. So the last video I did was about reasons why I left group and don't do group anymore. But this will be about the actual Slim and Well plan, 5 things I really love about the Slim and Well plan, and group, because I didn't leave the group because it was horrible. Like, there's lots of reasons I left the group, but it wasn't because it was horrible, and it wasn't because the people were horrible. So yeah, I'm going to put 5 things that I love about it. I do one of those videos, and I try not to make it as long as the last one because that was so long. Anyway, I'm going to plan ahead this week. Lots of planning, lots of not meal prep, but sort of being prepared for what's going to happen, prepared for days that are coming along. Try and not leave myself until I get really hungry in the evenings, because I'm not a snacky person. I like my meals and that's it. And to try and remember to like make sure that I do have a breakfast and a lunch, so that it doesn't come to dinner time and I'm like, I'll eat anything. And being away and being in someone else's house that have things in there that I wouldn't normally eat, yeah, I'll have to be careful. So yeah, want to do that, want to lose my pound, want to continue the exercises and do the videos of them, and hopefully have a good week. And I hope you all have a good week, and let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll reply to you, obviously. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the Losers Club Beyond Authentic Health Losers Club on Wednesday nights, 6:30. I'll put the link for Beyond Authentic Health in my description. Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say is, I want to say well done and amazing. Being 57 Shell and Byron the Vegan Loser are both doing the Couch to 5K. I am so impressed. I am really, really impressed. I'm really, really pleased for them, and I am avidly watching their progress on how it's going. So yeah, go and have a look at their videos as well. I'll put them in the description. But yeah, fingers crossed to them. Keep going, guys. Bye.